Cause I know you want me, baby, I think I want you too. They call me Superman, I'm here to rescue you. I wanna save you, girl, come be in Shady's world. They call me Superman. Leave tall hoes in a single bound. I'm single now. Got no ring on his finger now. I'd never let another chick bring me down. A relationship. Save it, bitch. Babysit. You make me sick. Superman ain't saving shit. Girl, you can jump on Shady's dick. Straight from the hip. Cut to the chase. I tell a motherfucker slap to her face. Play no games. Say no names. Ever since I broke up with what's her face, I'm a different man. Kiss my ass. Kiss my lips. Bitch my ass. Kiss my dick. Get my cash. I'd rather have you with my ass. Don't put out, I'll put you out. Won't get out, I'll push you out. Bust blue out. Poppin' shit with a piss on fire to put you out. Am I too nice? Buy you ice. Bitch, if you die, I'll buy you life. What you tryna be my new wife? What you a riot? Fuck you twice. But I do know one thing though. Bitches, they come, they go. Saturday through Sunday, Monday. Monday through Sunday, yo. Maybe I'll love you one day. Maybe we'll someday go. Till then, just sit your drunk ass on that fucking runway, ho. Cause I can't be a Superman. 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 You're Superman. You're Superman. Don't get me wrong, I love these hoes. It's no secret, everybody knows. Yeah, we fucked, bitch, so what? That's about as far as your buddy goes. We'll be friends, I'll call you again. I'll chase you around every bar you attend. Never know what kind of call I'll be in. We'll see how much you'll be partying then. You don't want that, neither do I. I don't wanna flip when I see you with guys. Too much pride between you and I. Not a jealous man, but females lie. But I guess that's just what sluts do. How could it ever be just us two? I never loved you enough to trust you. We just met and I just fucked you. But I do know one thing though. Bitches, they come, they go. Saturday through Sunday, Monday. Monday through Sunday, yo. Maybe I'll love you one day. Maybe we'll someday glow. Till then, just sit your drunk ass on that fucking runway, ho. Cause I can't be a Superman. Can't be a Superman. Can't be a Superman. Can't be a Superman. I can't be a Superman. Can't be a Superman. Can't be a Superman. Don't get me wrong, I love these hoes. It's no secret, everybody knows. Yeah, we fucked, bitch, so what? That's about as far as your buddy goes. We'll be friends, I'll call you again. I'll chase you around every bar you attend. Never know what kind of call I'll be in. We'll see how much you'll argue and then. You know, girl, I love these hoes. It's no secret, everybody knows. Yeah, we fucked, bitch, so what? That's about as far as your buddy goes. We'll be friends, I'll call you again. I'll chase you around every bar you attend. Never know what kind of call I'll be in. We'll see how much your body goes. I can't be a Superman. Can't be a Superman. Can't be a Superman. Can't be a Superman. I can't be a Superman. Can't be a Superman.
What is up, everybody? Hello. What's going on? What the hell? Why am I over here? That is so crazy. I hate StreamYard sometimes. It's so weird. But anyway, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. As I told y'all earlier, if you missed my stream earlier when I was playing games and screaming like a little kid while playing with a little kid, go check that out before it gets copywritten, because it definitely is with all that Michael Jackson music. But anyways, I said I was going to be doing another stream, and I was like, you know what should I talk about? I was like, I have a lot of new people here, new to the channel, new to me, and a lot of people, even some of my day ones, don't really know like the history. Some of them kind of do, but they don't. But I figured like I'd let y'all kind of hear the story about like who I really am. I mean, you guys kind of have an idea, but like I have a history, and a lot of people out there, we all know who I'm talking about, referring to, like to act like I don't have a history. So we're gonna get into a little history lesson for y'all, and y'all feel free to ask me questions. I know we did the Q&A the other day, so like, yeah, if you guys have any more questions you want to ask, like, feel free. But hello to Jamal. We got Cowboy Bebop, the beautiful and lovely Jillykins is in the chat. We got Avid CS in the chat. We got Douglas saying, if you have to ask. I mean, why not? I hear an echo. Is there an echo? That's crazy. Why do you hear an echo? Is the audio echoing? That kid probably in bed now. He was waiting all day for you to play part 2. I know, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I was not trying to spend all day doing Fortnite. But is the audio okay, or is it just Jilly Kids that's having an issue? Let me know in the chat if there is an echo. I don't know. But if there's no echo, then I will continue. But nobody's saying anything. Mr. Level, what's up, Mr. Level? How you doing, homie? By the way, that video I posted on Instagram that I told you guys about earlier. It is now sitting at, oh my god, I keep getting comments on it. It's crazy. The video is currently at 160,000 views. Like, this video is popping off. I'm loving it. I know I am a trash tuber. I'm a trash tuber. All right, so it is just Chili Kids. Okay. All right, so where do I even start? I guess we'll start with my YouTube channel, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but my YouTube channel is very old, even though it looks like it doesn't have a lot of content on it. It looks like I just started. Obviously, you guys know I privated pretty much all my videos from the past like 2 years. I pretty much privated them. Some of them I re-uploaded, not re-uploaded, but unprivated and put them on playlists. But this account was started October 26, 2006. So the birthday of my channel is coming up next month. So yes, this channel is from 2006. And when I first made this channel, originally I did it just to, when YouTube first kind of started, right? Everyone had a YouTube account. And I was watching videos. I didn't really make videos until maybe like a couple years later. I started doing videos with just taking a videotape recorder and recording my TV screen of video games and stuff, and like editing that on my computer. So I did that for a while. Unfortunately, I had to get rid of all those videos because when I got monetized, it used a lot of copyright stuff. This was before ads were a thing, before monetization was a thing. So once I wanted to be monetized, I had to delete all of my videos from like when I first actually started making them. So I think only 2 old videos from when I started this channel still exist on this channel that weren't hit with copyrights, but everything else pretty much I had to delete. So I've had at least a good few videos, and those videos actually did pretty good when I started off. A couple of them were in like the 14K views, 30K views. Those videos did pretty well. Kind of sucks that I didn't keep up on it, but basically the reason why I didn't keep up with content creating is because my computer had shit the bed, and I also didn't have the resources to actually make decent content, really. So I kind of cut my losses there, and I didn't have a computer for a long time. So then when I finally did get a new computer, I was always very passionate about video editing. So video editing is a hobby of mine, a passion. So I did that, but I never uploaded it on, my YouTube channel. I kind of just didn't really think of going back to YouTube. So I would just do editing for fun, mostly for my friends, things of that nature. And I really got good at it. So basically, I was pretty inactive on the internet. I didn't really have an internet presence. For the most part, like MySpace didn't have really much of a presence there. It wasn't until Facebook came around, I kind of got involved in a lot more discussions, more arguments and whatnot. I would always post my thoughts and my feelings about everything online for some reason, like use it like a diary. I guess that came from when LiveJournal was a thing. I don't know if you guys know what LiveJournal is, but LiveJournal was kind of like exactly what it sounds like, a journal that you write and you can make it public for people to see, have friends on there. So I liked that, expressing myself to a bunch of strangers. It was therapeutic for me. So Facebook was just another kind of outlet for me to kind of vent my frustrations about people in my life or just my thoughts on Facebook. And, I'd always get into arguments a lot on Facebook. And then my friends would always say, dude, all you do is you like to argue all the time. You just always in arguments. So I'm like, yeah, pretty much. So I didn't really get involved in the internet world until this thing called Weeb Wars happened. For those of you who don't know, Weeb Wars is what they call the controversy surrounding voice actor Vic Mignogna, who you might know Vic Mignogna from his work in Full Metal Alchemist, as Edward Elric. He's done so many iconic roles. He was pretty much like pretty famous in the anime industry. Everybody knew who Vic Mignogna was. Now, he had some controversy where there were some people accusing him of being inappropriate with women. One woman accusing him of pretty much assault, which was another voice actor co-worker of his. It was a huge controversy. And that's when I really got into Twitter. Now, I was pretty known in that situation. There was movements, right? Remember how I guys tell you about movements in SJW? So back in Weebors, there was a hashtag KickVic, and then a hashtag I stand with Vic. So that was going around for about almost a year or two, with us fighting over if Vic Mignogna was guilty or innocent. I was on the side of Vic was guilty only because, again, back in my day, I was, I didn't have a very big online presence, but I did end up becoming friends with some anime voice actors because I was really big into animes. I was really big into the convention scene. So I did know some anime voice actors. I had heard whispers about Vic Mignogna through those networks. And then, of course, I was also, for some reason, I had a friend who was really big fan of Vic Mignogna, and she kind of brought me into Vic Mignogna's fan club. And there was some weirdness there as well. So it was easy for me to be Kick Vic at the time because I was like, I've heard whispers, I had rumors, and sometimes there's some truth with the things you hear, right? And so when Vic Mignogna was accused of all this stuff, it was easy for me to just jump on the yeah, he did it bandwagon. So I did that for a little while until, I stopped and thought, we're sitting here arguing with these people for a man who, for the most part, it's his life that's really affected by this. And a lot of the things that the people on Kick Vic's side were doing was similar to the stuff that the opposition was doing, and I didn't feel good about it. So I stopped arguing with these people and I started listening, and that's when, I actually met some really good people that put it in perspective. Like, we're not sitting here saying he's innocent completely. Like, we just want to know due process, all this stuff. Like, we don't want people's careers to be ended, the Me Too movement, boom, boom, boom. So we had good conversation, and then I stopped kind of like inserting myself in the conversation. I kind of like took a step back and started talking more with these people who supported Vic Mignogna. And then that was it, right? Vic Mignogna went to court, took people to court who were accusing him of things. The depositions came out, and long story short, Vic did not win his case. So pretty much at that point, everyone kind of moved on from it. About almost 2 years into it, it was over. People slowly died off, and no one talks about it anymore. By the way, that's where I was introduced to YouTubers such as Yellow Flash and that Umbrella Guy, who got very, very, very popular and famous for the most part off of the Vic Mignogna situation. So fast forward again. Now I wasn't doing the Vic Mignogna stuff, the Kick Vic stuff, but I was in Discord servers with a lot of people. This is my first introduction to doxing, by the way. I was in a Discord server with some doxers. Had no idea what doxing really was at the time. I was still kind of like green when it came to the internet. But there's a lot of crazy shit. When I say crazy shit, I mean, there was doxing, there was trolling. I was part of those groups. I never doxed anybody. Just wasn't my thing. At the time, I, again, didn't really understand what doxing was. Sounded stupid. Didn't think it was really necessary to get real life on people over stupid shit on the internet. But like, to each their own was my mentality. So, got involved with, trolling people, mostly trolling people who were part of I Stand With Vic by people who were also I Stand With Vic. Because I guess, guys, lo and behold, when you come together to fight for something that you believe in, once that fight's over, you start realizing the people you were fighting with, you also don't like them. So that's when everyone started turning on each other. It was like the most weirdest flip and turn I've seen. So when I tell you guys these movements, they always start off great, but they always end up bad. that's what I mean, because all these people I met were all cool with each other because they all supported voice actor Vic Mignogna. But then once that fight was over, people started fighting each other. It was crazy. So we were trolling those people for a while. And then once again, that got bored. And then that's when some of my friends entered this thing called Comicsgate, another movement, right? So now with this one, I didn't really care much about Comicsgate, what it was about, what it represented, none of that stuff. I was just there to troll and have fun, because that was the groups that I was part of, a bunch of trolling ass groups. And that was fun for a bit, but that's when I really got into live streaming. And when I say I got into live streaming, there was a group of people, they were called the Etsy Boys, and they were big into Comicsgate drama. And they had a show called the Trash Compactor Show, which was just kind of like an improv-ish type stream where, they'd make fun of people in Comicsgate and they'd have characters come on. And I created this character called Charlie. So it was a call-in show. They post a link, people would call in. And one of the hosts of the show, his name was Stu, I had no idea that I was coming on because I'm not a really good voice actor. I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm not a very good voice actor. But there's one voice I could do well for some reason, which is this voice. So I did this voice, and I called in the show, and I said, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend to be a little kid that just clicked the link. And I'm going to make the host feel uncomfortable because now they're going to think they have a child on the channel and they won't know it's me because I can change my voice to sound like this. Because anytime I tried to do a voice, it would always sound like me. So they always knew. So I had to call in with a voice that they couldn't recognize. So I called in with the Charlie voice, and it worked. The host was like completely scared. I'm surprised he didn't kick me. I think in his mind, he's like, this has to be somebody that we know. Like, this has to be a regular who watches the show calling in and doing this. So he was hesitant to kick me, but you could tell he was not sure if I was actually a child. So that clip was out there. I'll have to play it someday, but I completely creeped him out for a minute until somebody confirmed, okay, this is Rei. You're fine. It's not an actual kid that stumbled across the stream. Just go with it. So then, because just like you guys had that reaction about my voice just now, right? I did that voice all the time. That was part of the show. So it went from me pretending to be a kid calling in to like, now I had to create this character, and Charlie was just this adult who talked like this as a child because they were so stupid and they were mentally stunted. So I would call on the show and say bad words because it was funny. Because when kids swear, we all usually laugh at it. So what I would do is I'd come on and say some stupid stuff in the little kid voice. Like, oh, Anthony Way, go fuck yourself, And people would cringe, and then people would love the character, and then people would hate the character. But it was a character that I made that kind of was somewhat popular, I guess. People remember the Charlie character, right? So I did that for a while, and that's when I got like kind of into being on streams and getting on and having conversations about stuff and doing stuff like that. That's when I really started liking it. And I would go, the Etsy Boys, we would all go to different live streams with Comicsgate creators who were streaming, and they'd have a link and we'd go on there and troll them. So it was, like I said, I was part of a couple of troll groups, and it was fun for a while until the trolling went too far. There were some people that had lost a content creator that was part of, their group that had passed away. And the troll group would go in and troll the people who are mourning the person who died. And I didn't like that. I thought that was very disrespectful. Like, there are certain levels I won't go. Like, I won't cross certain lines. And that was a line I did not want to cross. And I was kind of looking at it like, yeah, this is just not for me. Like, I don't like that you're attacking these people while they're grieving somebody who actually died. This is not like somebody who just decided to leave the internet. Like, this person died. His name was Admiral Doom, I believe his name was. And he passed away, and it was really sad. And the troll group decided to just troll every YouTuber who was talking about it, or they did a whole memorial service on YouTube for the person, and the troll group would go in there and do it. And I was like, nah, I'm not down with that. So that was kind of when I started stepping back from the trolling side of things. And I was still cool with a few people from there, but like the main leader, Testify, may he rest in piss, Testify HD was the leader of the FC boys. And then me and him, we had some back and forths. And that was kind of like it. Like once I left that group, that was kind of it for me. But through that journey, I had met people like Mad Max and Mandalorian, who was kind of somewhat associated a little bit with Testify, and Snowdub. Snowdub was on the show with the puppets on the Trash Compactor show. Yes, hell, the Trash Compactor show. Georgina Floyd remembers. Snowdub was on the Trash Compactor show with his puppets, and me and him got cool. And I remember I auditioned to be his co-host of his channel, the Tuck and Roll show. And I ended up getting the gig. So I became his co-host of the show for a while. So I was over there with Snowdub. And that's when, again, I started really getting into streaming. But in between that, I did start dabbing into the video editing and stuff like that on another channel. I didn't even touch this channel. I basically had to abandon this channel. So I started doing, videos and live streams over on a new channel, which was called Ray Bear, because that was my handle back in the day, Ray Bear. And I did the Apex Legends stuff and, random videos and crap like that on that channel. So I did that for about a few months until I caught up to the sub count I had on this channel, because this channel had like 130 subscribers on it that had sat there for a long time, right? So once I caught up, I said, why don't I combine those numbers and just rebrand this channel and start doing content here, and take those 130 subscribers I have on my other channel and just bring them here and double those numbers. That was my mindset. So I did that, and then this channel went from its original name to Saggy Melons. So now I went from Ray Bear to Saggy Melons, because I wanted to kind of like, every time I rebrand, guys, I just want you to know it's not the first time I've ever changed my name. Everyone always asks why I changed my name. No, usually it's because I get bored, or usually because whatever I did with in the past under that brand, I'm trying to let go of. I'm trying to like move on from. And since I use that name, that handle, for the troll groups and all that stuff, I kind of needed a fresh start. So when I decided to come and use this channel again, I was like, I need to do something new, something different. So I became Saggy Melons. And so I was Saggy Melons for a very long time. That is probably one of the names most people know me as. Very few people know me by Ray Bear, but most people 100% know me as Saggy Melons, because that's how I pretty much launched this channel, or relaunched, I should say. So I was Saggy Melons for the longest time, and as you guys might know, we're catching up to current days. I was doing the same thing I was doing on another channel, Apex Legends games, but then now I decided to do, TV and movie reviews. So I kind of became a TV, movie, gaming channel. So with that journey, I was linked up with Snowdub, and then I became cool with Mad Max and Mandalorian, and I was always over on his channel. I was over on Dave the Film Junkie's channel. I was pretty much everywhere for that whole year and a half. I was on every YouTube channel I could to meet people, network. These people are trying to help me build my channel. So I did that for a while. That consumed a lot of my life. A lot of my life. Okay. I'm talking about one day, I think I was on 7 different channels all in one day. And I grinded. I really grinded because I was very passionate about, movie talk, Apex Legends, things of that nature. So that's what I did for the longest time. Then, of course, drama happened with everybody for the most part. So that's why you guys don't see me with these people no more, and they don't come around anymore. But when I really decided to become a drama YouTube channel, it was mostly when I would go on these movie talk channels, and they would be reacting to other content creators like Geeks and Gamers and other YouTubers. And I'd give my opinions on it. And, some of the stuff that I was hearing and some of the stuff I was seeing would make me upset, because like this whole anti-woke shit was really annoying, but yet somewhat understanding. But I basically gave my opinions on these things we were watching, and people liked it. People liked it. So that led to anytime I would stream, people in my chat would be like, "Oh my god, did you hear what Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers said? You should talk about it. You should do a stream about it." So then I started doing that. I started doing my content, like, giving my opinion on it because people are asking me to. I did dabble. If you guys remember, if you were here for a while, I know Anthony probably remembers. I did dabble into like different things. I tried different ventures to get like, mix of drama with other things, and it just didn't work out. So for the most part, I just kind of stuck with the drama because that's what people who were watching me, my audience, my original audience, really wanted me to cover drama. And that's when, I ended up meeting Andy Signor on a stream. And that was an interesting experience. And then I got involved with the Andy Signor drama because Andy Signor had issues with people who I considered at the time my friends. And so I was very, defensive and protective of my people. So I started doing some streams, about him. And that kind of led to some women finding me and telling me about some sussery that Andy Signor was involved with. So I covered that for about 2 years. Guys, 2 years I covered that. And then in between the drama and stuff, I took some breaks, and then rebranded twice since Saggy Melons because for those of you who don't know, I named myself Saggy Melons because it was the name I chose to couple with my at the time boyfriend. And once we split in a very bad breakup, I decided I did not want to hold on to the name Saggy Melons because it would remind me of him and it was attached to him. So I decided to rebrand, and that's when I became Reality. And then y'all remember I had some time where I took 3 months off and I didn't know if I was coming back to YouTube. So when I came back, I wanted to rebrand again. Now I'm Revelations. So there you go. That is pretty much the history of who I am and what I've been doing. And I guess the biggest question everyone asks me is like, why am I the way I am? Because people always ask that. Usually people are mad, why are you like this? Why are you like this? It must be because of your dead mom, or it must be because of this. I'm the way I am is because in the real world, I grew up pretty shy but slimy. Like I was a stealth assassin, man. Like when I was a little kid, I was a piece of shit. Like I was definitely a piece of shit. But I've had a lot of shit happen in my life that kind of caused me to be a piece of shit. And believe it or not, if people think I'm a bad person now, you have no idea the person I used to be. I definitely had to grow up. I definitely had to become a better person. And I have mental health issues, so I try to channel my mental health issues, especially the anger aspect of my mental health issues, for better reasons. Like, if you're a piece of shit, and I know you're a piece of shit because I used to be a piece of shit, I can sense my own kind, I'm going to use my anger and my fucking stress levels and just dump it all in some shitty ass people who deserve it rather than do it to people who don't actually deserve it. So that's usually why I say, like, I don't use it as an excuse. It is my reason. And my reason, I use it to call out people who are doing the things that I know that they're doing, and also things that I used to kind of be like. Like, I used to not care about people's feelings. I used to not care if I took the last dollar out of your pocket. I was very self-serving, and I was all about my needs and what I needed because, like, that's just who I was growing up. I was a very selfish little kid, and that kind of transferred over to teenage years. But as I got older and started caring about people and seeing how that shit hurts people, I was like, that can't be me. That can't be me. Like, I actually care about people. Why do I need to be like, it's one of those things where you look at people and you're like, if I could be selfish and only care about myself, I could be a lot more successful. The thing that really does hold me back is caring more about others than caring about myself. That's the biggest issue I have. And that's something I've been told for many, many years, that I care way more about other people than I will ever care about myself. And because of that, I'm always going to be not as successful as I could be if I stopped giving a fuck about who I need to walk on, who I need to shit on, who I need to take advantage of to get to the top. because that is the way I see a lot of these people doing that, is they don't care. Not like, here's the thing, Rican Ranger will be successful. You know why? Because he doesn't give a fuck who he has to fuck over to get where he needs to be. He doesn't care who he has to piss on, who he has to shit on, who he has to degrade, who he has to belittle, who he has to take advantage of. He doesn't care. He's very self-serving, and self-serving people tend to be very successful. So do I think he'll be successful? Hell yeah, I do. You know why? Because he's going to walk on everybody to get where he needs to be. Are you vengeance? Yeah, I am vengeance. I am the knight. I am the knight. But for the most part, that's kind of, like I said, who I am. I'm just somebody who uses YouTube a little bit as therapy, but also use it to like give people a voice, be a voice, because some people just don't have the mentality to handle a lot of the shit that comes with being on the internet. Well, R. Kelly couldn't even fucking read or write music. So, like, what do you mean? If R. Kelly's creepy, crazy, sus ass could be famous and having no brain, I think Rican got a shot. I think Rican got a shot. Just saying. And yes, my boba tea addiction is real. Ever since I got introduced to boba tea, it's a problem. Listen, don't even make me defend that piece of shit, because I will. Don't say R. Kelly has no talent. He can sing. He definitely can sing. He's just a fucking creepy, disgusting piece of shit, and it's wasted talent. God should have never gave R. Kelly talent. That man is evil. That man is evil. That man is evil. But yeah, I figured we could do a stream and talk about my history, so you guys had a little bit of a lore of who I am, where I came from, why I do what I do. Because people love to tell me about me, or tell you guys about me, instead of just letting me tell a story. I'm not really the type of person that, like, I care, but I don't care. Like, there are a few people on this planet that I really care about their opinions of me. Trust me, none of my haters are one of them, but they will always try to tell me that I do care. I don't. I really don't. I care about people who care about me. I care about people who actually are real. I will respect you more if you tell me to my face, talk shit to my face, rather than talk shit behind my back. Because I had friends who would always talk shit to me, and they'd be like, why are you friends with this person? I'm like, because I respect somebody who is going to say shit to my face rather than say it behind my back and then act like they're cool with me. Like, I'd rather you treat me like shit in front of me than stab me in the back, you know? It's one of those things where it's a respect. And I feel like that's just kind of what it is. What a narcissist. TTS currently has a superhero name. That's crazy. It's true, though. It's true, though. But yeah, I guess that's it. I don't really have much else to say. I wanted to do a quick stream, talk to y'all. I will say this. I say it all the time, but I feel like if I don't, I feel like I always have to say it, because life is so short, guys. I could be dead tomorrow. You never know. You guys have been amazing. Like, there are no words that could properly express how amazing y'all are. I have been doing this way too long. And I always have moments where I want to quit and I disappear on everyone for a while and get everyone worried. They're doing wellness checks on me. But at the end of the day, I am very blessed with all the people who've watched me, whether you are new here or whether you were here from day one. You know, the support y'all guys give me when I ask for some help because I'm in a bind, y'all step up and help me out. Like, that's how it really shows how amazing y'all to help out. Like, even though you guys know me, we're still kind of strangers, right? Because it's the internet, right? Haven't met face to face, but y'all still always willing to help me out. And, you know, the super chats, donations, the support, whether you give me money or don't give me money. You guys always show up, and that like means a lot more. It'll like, to be honest, that does mean a lot more to me that y'all show up, because it means that I haven't been doing this in vain. So I don't have to be 10,000 sub channel, million sub channel. Like, I'm fine. I've always been fine being where I'm at. I don't sit here and look at my numbers and cry about, like, when I get big numbers on a video, yeah, I celebrate, like, oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Look at that. Like the video on Instagram. I'm like, that's so cool. But I never expect that to take me anywhere. I never expect to go anywhere really in life, to be honest with you. Like, I live life one day at a time. And whatever happens, as long as I wake up in the morning, I guess, hey, that's a good day. Because people always ask me, how you doing? I'm like, I'm alive. That's my answer every time. I'm alive. But you guys really do mean a lot to me. Like, it's crazy how much love I get from a bunch of strangers on the internet. And it's kind of feels good to know that, like, there's a lot of people who support me and are, cool with me. And like, it's just, it's a cool feeling. It really is a cool feeling. It really is. And it makes me feel great. And Alucard, thank you for the $2. Sorry, I'm late to the party. What's up, everyone? It's okay if you're late to the party. It's really cool though. Like, y'all are really awesome. I can honestly say the best thing that ever came from being a drama content creator is meeting so many cool people online that you could talk to and vibe with and shit talk and enjoy each other's company, like, voice chats and just shitting on each other and having fun. Like, I love Ray Zero. I think he's awesome. He could take a joke. He could dish it just as much as he could take it. And, people like that, it's like, it's so cool to meet people. Drew, I absolutely adore Drew, Jillykins, Anthony, all y'all. Like, there's so many of you guys that I can honestly say I'm so happy to meet. And if anything happened to y'all, it would probably like literally kill me inside. Like, you'll be taking a piece of me with you. So please stay healthy and stay alive for a long time. Y'all aren't allowed to die before me, okay? But that's the best thing that comes from content creating, is you build a community, and it's not just my community. Like, I always say, oh, my community, just to differentiate between, Henry's community, other people's community, but like, it's our community. It's our community. Yeah, Donald, of course you. Come on now. I can't say all of your names all at once. We'll be here for 5 hours. We'll be here for 5 hours if I said everyone's name. Donald, you're pretty cool too. I adore you. Like, honestly, I adore a lot of y'all. And that's why I like to do these streams where, like, I talk about, who I am, what I've done. Because I don't hide all my mistakes. Like, that's the difference between me and people like fucking Rican and people like fucking Andy Signor and all these fucking people, is like, I don't hide from my mistakes. I don't hide them from my community. I don't hide them from my friends. I don't hide them. I take accountability. I have done some shitty things to people. Yes, I have, 100%. But I'm human. I've made mistakes, and I've owned those mistakes. And all those mistakes that I've made, either I had the opportunity to rectify them, or the least I could do is apologize. So it's like, the biggest thing I have about people is like, they don't ever take accountability or even admit they make mistakes in life. That shit bothers me. Like, it's okay to just say I'm wrong. I do it all the time. If I'm wrong, I'm just fucking wrong. Like, I'm a fucking adult. And most of these people are supposed to be adults. Of course, Rudy too. Come on, Rudy. You should know better than that. Thank you, Alucard, for gifting 1 membership to a lucky person. It doesn't say in the chat who got it. Well, on my end, so. But like I said, that's the thing. Accountability is a big game changer, man. Like, no matter what you do, as long as you're not hurting kids, as long as you take accountability for shitty things. So like I said, I'm not perfect. I have trolled the fuck out of people to the point where I think I probably caused some people to leave the internet for real. Like, bad. And maybe, think of self-harm. I have definitely bullied people to that level. I can honestly say I have done that. But that's the thing. You learn from that experience. Oh, thank you, Shifter. Appreciate that. Terrence Martin received a gift membership. Thank you so much. But I've done that. And is it something I'm proud of? Absolutely not. Is it something that I can tell you guys without, you guys sitting there like, oh my God, how could you do that? Well, because it was a long time ago and I was stupid and I was a mean person. And I didn't give a fuck about that person or how I made them feel. I didn't care. I looked at that person like, I'm having fun. I don't care if it's at the expense of your life. I was that person 100%. But see how I can admit that and be like, you know what? It's okay. We're human. We make stupid decisions in life. We are like, that's why I laugh when people say you're a cyber bully. Bro, I've cyber bullied people 100%. I have. I know the difference between me calling somebody out on their bad behaviors versus me going after somebody who didn't necessarily deserve it, but I did it because I was getting self-satisfaction out of it, because I was a shitty person. So that's why sometimes I do get a little offended, because I'm like, bro, you have no fucking idea the shit I used to do. You want me to go back to that person? Trust me, I can go back to that person, but I'd rather not. I'd rather not, because it's called growing the fuck up, which is something a lot of these people on this internet need to fucking start doing. See how easy it is for me to admit that I used to bully people for real, for real? Like I used to be a shitty person, and I can admit that? You understand? That's the difference between me and you, Rican. And I'm going to say that to him specifically, because this motherfucker really be out here saying some crazy shit. See, the difference is I don't go that low anymore. Because I know how that can affect people, especially people with mental health issues, especially coming from somebody who also has mental health issues. Oh, I was a very bad troll, man. Thank you, Jillykins, for the $5. You know, I have a son your age, and if you were my daughter, I'd be so proud of you. Thank you, Jillykins. That's what I'm saying, man. People have no idea the kind of fucking beast I used to be. Like, I don't just talk the talk. But I just don't go as hard as I did anymore because I'm a grown-ass adult. And that's some child shit, you know? Bullying people on that level is child shit. And when I say on that level, I mean, oh my God, a little trolling ain't going to kill nobody, right? But if you don't know when to stop, that's the problem. Some trolls don't know how to stop. There are trolls that'll take it too far and not care. Like, you unaliving yourself is a notch on their belt. See, I'm not that person. I'm not that person. I don't even troll anymore, really. I just talk shit. I literally just talk shit about people who honestly have it coming. Because I realize that those are the people who deserve it. Why am I picking on this person who just had an opinion I didn't like? That's stupid. That's childish. Why am I going to do that? Instead, I'm going to go after the person who's actually doing some shit like that and fucking more. Like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and be quiet. And I saw a lot of people getting bullied. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to bully the bullies. I'm going to bully the bullies. Like Rican says, he's going to bully the bullies. No, you are the ultimate bully, bro. That dude is the ultimate bully. And he will never be anything but that. He's a piece of shit, man. I can't stand that guy. Just saying his name makes me angry. Just saying his name makes me angry. But this is me. Vulnerable, outspoken, brave, not ashamed to say I was a piece of shit. It happens. Life happens. Life makes you who you are, and then you grow out of it. It's literally what it is. And I genuinely care about fandoms. I genuinely care about community. I genuinely care about people who are just out here, you know, trying to be entertained and trying to have opinions and getting shitted on and belittled and degraded for having an opinion. I'm tired of people getting dunked on because they don't like the new Superman movie. I'm tired of people getting dunked on because they have a fucking political view that doesn't align with everybody else's. Like, I'm tired of it. So I decided to use this voice to push back on it. Like, everyone's free to have an opinion. But that's all I want to say. I wanted to do a short stream just for y'all. Have an actual conversation. Who am I? There you go. That's what you know. Have fun. I'm going to go play some video games now. I'm going to go play some video games now like I've been doing because I don't have anything else to do today. So y'all have a great one. Thanks for being here. Listening to my TED Talk. Appreciate y'all. And y'all have a great rest of your night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
I gave you my heart right from the start. But you threw it all away. I saw a future you couldn't see. But you didn't want to stay. I told you I was feeling disconnected. I should have learned my lesson. All the times you gave me signs. How did we let it get this way? Hey, I should have known this was coming. I was too busy with loving who I thought you'd be. Hey, I didn't see this, so was brewing. Everyone but me surprised. You dropped bombs of love, I was blinded by the way it exploded. My feelings being overloaded like I was the only one. What can I say? Monster lifted me up to shut me down. No more love could be found, you just gave it away. You want me to stay in your life, I went from wifey to homie. You thought you could control me, but I broke free from this insanity. Ooh. You dropped the ball, but I'm the one who lost it all. Never bounced back, left under attack like enemies behind the wall. Karma will come soon to collect, but I'll never truly repay the debt. Maybe someday you'll have regret, but hey, I know one thing for sure, it's me you will never forget. Hey, I should've known this was coming. I was too busy with loving who I thought you'd be. I didn't see the storm was brewing. Everyone but me knew it, everything. Shouldn't be surprised. Baby boy, you dropped the ball, but I'm the one who lost it all. Never bounced back, left under attack like enemies behind the wall. Karma will come soon to collect, but it will never truly repay the debt. Maybe someday you'll have regret, but hey, I know one thing for sure, it's me you will never forget. Hey, I should've known this was coming.